Well, hello and welcome back to a new video. So yes, I'm up in Victoria. I came across last Wednesday. It's now Monday. I had a bit of family time with my daughters, but now I've come up to halfway to the big desert, and I've come to a spot where I'm able to collect some firewood, because you're not allowed to take any firewood from the campground in the big desert, which is Big Billy Campground. So I've got to take it in, so I stopped here and got some. But yeah, as you can see in the background there, I'm back to the ute for camping, back to basics camping, I suppose you could call it. And yeah, it's taken a bit of getting used to, because when I have my trailer, I had everything in it. I've just got to add my food and my fridge and maybe a mountain bike or a kayak or something like that, but pretty much everything else is there. So it's taken me a couple of weeks to actually get it all together, just thinking of things and what to put in, and I'm not sure I've got it right yet. Another good campfire happening tonight. Plenty of cockies about. Well, good morning. A lovely morning it is. A bit foggy this morning, but yeah, all good. So anyway, I'm on the road now, and next stop is Nil, where I'll get a few supplies and top up with my fuel, maybe get something to eat, and then into the big desert. So looking forward to this trip. Been planned for quite some time, so let's get into it. So I've arrived at Big Billy Campground, and it's a nice campground. I'll give you a walk around later on. Fair few campsites. But I've decided on this one here. Got a table over there, and there's a fire pit, which I don't need because I've got my own fire pit, but then I get pretty good sun. So anyway, we'll get this set up. So there we go, camp is all set up. It took me a bit longer. The walls were probably hardest to get up more than anything. Yeah, just couldn't seem to get them right, but got it now. So back to basics camping. There's my tent cot with my sleeping bag. Now I've got a table, and I've got my gas going there, having a cuppa. Shut my fridge. Got my brass monkey fridge there. Got a container of water. Got one of these disposable grills. That's for cooking lunches and such, so I don't have to light a fire in the middle of the day. Bits and pieces there, chair. That's a little lithium battery pack that's running my fridge. And I've got a double connector there because I've got a solar panel out there, and I've got a solar panel there, so all going well. I got my fire pit. I've got a chemical toilet, but I won't need a chemical toilet here because we've got really good toilets. I'll show you in a minute. And then I've got my food in there and my cooking utensils in there, and I got a heap of firewood yesterday. So it's back to basics camping, but seems pretty comfortable. So this is the Big Billy Campground. It's on the top end of the big desert. There's a few down further, but this is probably the biggest one in here. So you've got a lot of picnic tables around, good campsites, mine being there. Most have fire pits, although I've got a portable fire pit, so I'm fine. I'd say you could fit, oh yeah, no, you could fit 20 or 30 campers in here. Probably camp over there if you want to. If you're desperate, you can pull your van into here. I must say, it's one of the most well looked after ones I've ever seen. They've got gas barbecues here, and in that box in the middle I've even got all the utensils. So visitors book here, and you can get yourself a walking mat and a four-wheel drive track, a couple of picnic tables. There was a gentleman here this morning cleaned them up. I mean, the barbecues are all clean. It is well looked after. There's a rainwater tank here with some untreated rainwater. That won't bother me. And over this way is the toilets and an information shelter. There's a map here with little string indicators. So yeah, shows you where to go. So tomorrow I'm going to go into Murrayville because I've got to get internet. I've got to do some work. And I might head over here and have a look at these three here. That one, that one, that one. Oh, there's 5 actually. And the usual toilets. Oh wow. Oh, they are very well looked after. Just to let you know too, this is a free campground. There are no fees. Big Billy Campground. I totally recommend it. Especially if you get it to yourself like I have. Now this afternoon I'm just going to hang around camp. I'm not going to do much, but one thing I am going to do is there's a Big Billy viewing platform, 600 metres return. So I'm going to go up and have a look at that. Maybe get the drone up for a quick flight. Look at that, a malleefowl. Very rare to see. Yes, well, it's an easy walk, and it is about 300 metres. Actually just saw a malleefowl. I really didn't expect them to be that close to the campsite. I thought they'd be more elusive than that, but really, really great to see. And there we go. Beautiful view. Well, good morning. I had a sleep in this morning until just before 8 o'clock because, yeah, it was cold. I didn't want to get out of bed, but having a hard time getting the LPG going for a cuppa. That's just strange. I've never really had that before. But anyway, today I'm going to drive into Murrayville to get some internet because I've got a bit of work to do. Have a look around Murrayville, and then I'm going to come back and there's a couple of 4 drive tracks out to the left of the park, and there's some interesting stuff out there to have a look at. So this is Big Billy Bore, and the windmill would have been directly over the bore. They put that in there in 1912 to a depth of 240 feet so that they could drive stock from the Nil station to the Cow Plain station, and that over there would have been the dam that they put it into. I'm in Murrayville now, and it's just next to the service station. There's these 4 old tanks. I can't tell you what war they're from or what they actually are, because there's nothing saying anything. But they've been stripped pretty good though. There's a mallee stump. That's what they had to dig out by hand back in the day when they cleared it for farming. not a lot happening in Murrayville. I don't even know whether the pub on the corner's open, but this is the only shops in town, and newsagent's gone. I think the chemist might be open, but that's about it. Sad for a lot of towns in these areas that they just don't get the patronage. Just met up with 3 4 drivers. They're going the same way I am. This is apparently the Blue Gums. I dare say that's them there. So I've come down the Coburn's track a bit, and a place called the Red Gums, which I suppose is pretty rare in a desert, because they're usually river trees. Yeah, I suppose it's something that could fill up with water if the conditions were right, which would mean why the red gums are growing here. A few picnic tables here. Picnic tables over there, then there's one behind the tree there with a fire pit. So I think this is one of the spots you can camp in too. But you'd have to bring all your stuff in. Well, I've come in about 10 k's now, so I'm on a track called Coburn's Track. I must say it's a drier than I expected, and I did think about turning back at the start, but I thought I'll give the first hill a go, and since then the 4-drive has just ploughed through it. No problem at all. I suppose with the soft sand it's just pushing it out of the road with the bottom, but yeah, I've had no trouble whatsoever. So, but it is rough. Yeah, I reckon if you continued doing this kind of stuff, you'd have to be going through components on your car. I don't think I'll be doing much more of this. Well, I'm back at camp now, and yeah, I didn't do a lot of videoing on that because it's pretty much all the same. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into 4-wheel driving. It was rough. In the end, I was quite happy when the track had finished. I was just sick of it. So I'll have a look again on Friday over that way, because there's apparently a big sand dune over there, but I won't be doing that. I a couple of times today I didn't struggle to get up it, but yeah, if it was much longer I probably would have ended up bogged, and I'm by myself. So, but anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy a beer with this view, and then probably head back and get the fire going and have some chicken tonight. Well, it's the second morning here now, and it's overcast. So I've already had to put my battery onto into the car and run the car for about half an hour to get some charge back into it. So hopefully I can get a bit of filtered sun through it today, at least keep the battery topped up. So I'm going to go for a walk. Well, I think there's a walk over that way. The bloke that was here, the ranger who was here on the morning I got here, said that there's a walk over there, so I'm going to go and have a look at that. But other than that, I might just have a lazy day. So they've even put these bins here with a mesh top on them so that the us campers don't chuck our ashes and everything into the bush. So yeah, they've thought of everything. So I'm off on my walk, leaving camp behind. I'm not going to drive over there, but I've got to head over to the Big Billy Boar, I think it is, and see if I can figure it out from there. Over there, I think that's where I'm supposed to head, because the ranger said they were putting in posts the other day to stop trail bike riders going through there. So, well, it's a road more than anything, but I keep coming across these posts here, like as if they're meant to mark something, but there's nothing on them. So I should have probably listened a bit harder to the ranger, whether he said I'll walk on a road or not. Now that's the first post that I've seen now that's got a sign on it with an arrow, so definitely got to be the walking track. I just don't know whether it's a loop track or whether it's you walk up and you walk back, which I'm having a look at that post there. It's got an arrow pointing that way too, so I think you just walk up and walk back. So okay, it definitely must be a walking track because they've got a seat right next to it. So well, I've walked over 3.5 kilometres. Every time I got to a hill I thought this would be it, but it just kept on going. But I've arrived at this here, which I think is just a toilet block. Could be a viewing shelter, could be information, but I believe this is the end of the line. It's got a picnic table in it, it's a shelter, water tank. So stop and have a breather, and hopefully there's some information here. There's the information there. Haven't got it up yet. Nah, nothing on it, so they've still got to put it up. Okay, well, that's the end of the walk, definitely. I'm glad I persisted in getting here, but yeah, it's still in its infancy, so they're obviously going to mark it at the start of the trail, because where I came in there was a trailer with some posts there, so maybe they're going to put an information thing up to what is actually here, and there's going to be some kind of information here. So maybe there's some rare birds, maybe there's malleefowl nests around here, I don't know, but yeah, it was a nice walk, but and different to what I'm used to, but I didn't do a lot of videoing because the fact is that there's really nothing to see. It's just sand dunes and shrubs. There's no views. So, well, I do believe this is the highest hill around here. Well, I believe there might be higher ones on the horizon, but on this walk this is the highest hill. When I actually came to this spot, I could see it in the distance. I actually thought that this would be where the track ends, but all I found was a seat. The countryside around here is pretty much all the same. It's beautiful, but maybe I'm just a mountain guy. I like hills and mountains. Mind you, I enjoy the grade of the climb. It certainly hasn't been hard on my body, and I've done probably nearly somewhere between 9 and 10 k's by the time I get back, but I certainly won't be sore before I'm walking along. Probably not even looking at the scenery, which, like I said, there's not a lot of, but down in the middle there, you may not see it, is the windmill, the Big Billy Boar. So I've made it back. This is what I was talking about before when I said there's some stuff lying here near the entrance of the walk. I think maybe they're going to put up some kind of information at the start of the walk, which is just over here, to tell you what you're actually going out there for. Well, good morning, and a foggy one it is too. Yeah, had a bit of rain last night before I went to bed, so must be a bit of moisture around. So yeah, it should clear quite early. I think it'll be right quickly clear too, so because I can see blue sky above me. It's just got to heat up. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I was going to go out and have a look at this track, or this sand dune, this big sand dune. So hopefully I can go over and have a look at that. But other than that, I'll get everything dried out today. I might slowly start packing up, because I am actually leaving tomorrow to go to the Murray River. So we'll just take it as it comes. Well, the fog has finally cleared. It took it till 11 o'clock before it did. Didn't see much point in going out before then. So anyway, I'm heading out to see if I can find this big sand dune that all the four-wheel drivers love going up, because it's all big dune or something. So I think it's on a track called White Sands Track. So anyway, we'll head out and have a look and see what we can find. Well, I'm on White Sands Track, heading for the dune. I think it's up here somewhere, but it's the same old scrub. Nothing much changes out this way. Sandy track that's quite rocky in spots, but well, this is something a little bit different than usual. This is a spot called Lone Pine. I suppose those are the pine trees out there. It's just a vast area with no trees in it. Something different out of here in the big desert. Well, I've missed the turn off to what would, I think, have been where the big dunes were. So I did see a track off to the right, but I didn't see a sign there. So before I realised that I was halfway along to a place called White Springs. And this is White Springs here. It could get quite wet at times, but yeah, a few picnic tables and a couple of fire pits. There is a hill up here behind us, and there is a walking track up it. There also is a four-wheel drive track up to it, but yeah, I'm reluctant to try it being by myself. I'm out a long way from anybody, and if I get stuck, yeah, not worth the risk. So I'm just going to walk up here and have a look around. Yeah, well, there's no lookout platform here, but pretty much the top is a pretty good view. I can see tracks over there on that hill there and that hill there. That might be the big dunes, who knows. I just put the drone up. The lookout's actually on top of that hill. It's a four-wheel drive track over there, and this is the track here that you got to come up. It is very soft here and steep and rutted, and I can see people have got stopped here before, so no, I'm not trying it. I can see they've been slipping down. I'll leave it to the other guys. So according to the map, I'm out here at White Springs. Now there's a track that goes all the way out into the Whipperfield National Park and then up, but that looks quite long. So I'm going to head down Brush Cutters track, get onto Campbell track, and then go back Deluzio track, because I may have to backtrack yet and get out of here. So that's White Springs track. Back that way, that's the way I come. And Brush Cutters track here is the way I want to go. But if I run into some big sand dunes, I may end up coming back this way. Actually making pretty good time. So Campbell track to the right, Brush Cutters takes me away from where I want to go. Well, as you can hear from the brush scratching down the side of my car, I've actually put the mirrors in now. This track, thankfully it's only 5k long. It's quite tighter than anything else I've been on. And there we go, we made it all the way through to Deluzio track. So this takes me back to the main road and back to camp. Okay, that there is the big sand dunes that I saw on videos before I came to the big desert. So thank goodness I don't have to go up them, because I wouldn't make it. I had one hill back there where I barely made it up, and that's not as steep as those ones. So thank God that I have to go that way. There is a track over there called Big Dunes track, which is where I was thinking of coming down, but thank God I don't. Thankfully I just go that way. Just for reference, it's actually called the Clarence Range, so that's where the track is. Well, I'm back at the campsite now, and I must say, this has got to be one of the best maintained campsites I've ever been to. A credit to Parks Victoria. They really have done an outstanding job with the facilities that are here. They're all brand new, toilets, information centre, and certainly the barbecue shelter with free gas barbecues. Amazing. So yeah, that trip today was probably a lot longer than what I expected. Missing that track turn off to Big Dunes track was, yeah, annoying, but I still don't remember seeing a sign posted for it. So I ended up out at White Springs, which was, yeah, far better anyway. And the lookout was nice. So yeah, I'm off to the Murray River tomorrow, and yeah, going to set up camp there for another 4 nights like I've had here. So I'm going to call it quits on this video. I was going to make it into one, but it'll probably be too long, so I decided to make it into 2 or 3. So anyway, that is all for this video. So if you like this channel, consider subscribing to it, and I'll see you in the next one.